has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free.
Okay, next question.
I'm a horse football coach right now.
You know, it got shoved up, it got shoved, right?
What's up, Spartans fans? Welcome to episode 88 of the Spartan Savants podcast. It is the usual crew coming to you Thursday night here, probably Friday by the time you hear this. Trav, Nicky, and Willy. How we doing, fellas?
Not too shabby.
Yeah, no complaints here. Just killing, you know. He's gotten a lot of crystal balls lately in the recruiting front. I could not name a single one of them, but that's always good to see. Seems a little different from the plan that Jonathan's. I remember reading something because we weren't getting any recruits. It was like, oh, Jonathan Smith planned to not get any recruits until April. Hey, that's not a plan.
That's not how it should work.
Terrible plan. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots to talk about on the basketball front. 3 games to discuss, 2 in the past, 1 upcoming. With Wisconsin, UCLA, obviously the ones that have been played. And then we'll talk about Ohio State upcoming here. Some media articles that came out about our beloved Michigan State University. And then I think a serious discussion about how good Michigan basketball is and where our fears lie in that aspect. Let's start with the Wisconsin game. Obviously, it played almost a week ago at this point. That was just not a good one.
No, we didn't show up. It was pathetic from start to finish.
Yeah, you really don't want to see that. That was very underwhelming, to say the least. That's classic. I don't want to say it's a burn the tape, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, Wisconsin couldn't miss anything. We couldn't defend. Positive was Cohen Carr had 19 points, but nobody else showed up.
Yeah, I feel like that was one that I was wishful. There was some wishful thinking that we would show up to play, but in the back of my mind, it felt like a stinker was coming on the road. I feel like at Kohler Arena on the road, it was not our night from the very beginning. I mean, And the thing is, we had a lot of good shots. Nothing was going in, and we could not stop them whatsoever. I mean, they were 43% from 3. They even on rebounds. I mean, they just kicked our asses.
Yeah, Nick Boyd was a problem the entire game.
Yeah,
Blackwell became a problem in the second half.
Blackwell.
Yeah.
Every time I hear his name, I just can't believe that he does not play for Michigan State. Yeah. I mean, how good could we be if he was on the team right now?
Yeah, we'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
From what I've heard is Izzo, by the time Izzo wanted to recruit him, he had been already committed to Wisconsin for a while.
Yeah, that sounds like you're late to the game.
Yeah. Well, maybe not late to the game necessarily, but late in being serious about the game.
Yeah, I mean, in-state kid.
Yeah,
you just. Izzo said he should be fired for not recruiting him.
Yeah, you don't hear a coach say that very often.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's. I mean, that was a tough. We were kind of. I mean, we don't play well in the Kohl Center. We don't.
No.
And we weren't. I don't know. Like, we've played teams like that before that have like that kind of style, but Wisconsin's not a team that usually has that kind of style.
Yeah,
and that's been a really big difference for them this year. And I mean, when a team's shooting that well from 3-point range, you just can't stop it. It's too much. They cooled off a little bit eventually, but and you got to make your open shots, like you said. There's a lot of transition buckets in the opening half that we missed that left us down. kind of like that Michigan game, except I don't think there were as many open looks in that first half as there were in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was just a classic. Hey, that's a lot of missed shots. And then when Wisconsin has the ball, all right, that went in. That's great.
They're just streaking down the court free and wide open.
And then didn't they storm the court? What's up with storming the court this year?
Dude,
So many people storming the court. Every time we lose, someone storms the court.
People trying to manufacture memories.
it's a double-edged sword for me because, like, I hate when they do it. Like, obviously I hate losing, so I hate when we have to watch teams storm the court. I also think it speaks very highly to what people outside of the Michigan State world think of beating Michigan State. Like, it's obviously a huge win for them. So in a way, the way I'm going to spin it is that it's more out of respect than anything else. Respect for our program and where we stand in the tiers or whatever you may want to call it of college basketball programs.
I guess that's fair, but like given the stretch that we've been on recently, doesn't really call for it. We're not playing like that kind of team.
I get that. I mean,
Wisconsin's also like a good program. They were in the
right.
Yeah,
it's not like they were. I don't know, like Boston College or something.
I agree.
What up with some? I mean, they're ranked now. So
yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm just like they're not going to storm the court for beating Indiana. Or
I'm just saying
a
ranked team storming the court against a ranked team kind of bothers me.
Yeah, I get
they
that.
They weren't technically ranked at the time, but yeah, that's.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah. It doesn't really like it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just like how has it happened multiple times this year? Like you usually don't get stormed. You don't get stormed on multiple times. You've been stormed on 3 times.
Yeah. Typically, you don't get stormed on if you're ranked 15.
Yeah, you got to be at least top 5 usually for those.
Yeah. I think we probably were 9 or something at the time, but yeah, that was a loss. That just like magnifies my concerns with this team. Like, I think. Go ahead.
I'm with you, Willy, because you know what the sad thing is? That UCLA win was fun, but like it didn't really alleviate any problems. I was like, oh, we just played well.
Yeah. Well, we made shots instead of missing them.
And played a bad team.
Yeah. I just think like it goes to show like expecting this team to go on like a run where they just beat like 3 or 4 really good teams right in a row might just be asking too much.
Yeah, and that's what like Fierce has had a great year and all that, but like every time he talks to the media, he's like, "Oh, I feel like we're gonna go on a run like we did last year," and I'm just like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's not like yeah, we kind of suck this year.
No. I understand where it's coming from, but it's like it's at the same time, it's almost like a false hope because you can't see it coming. Like last year, you could see a little bit of it, I think, but
last year I expected to make the Elite Eight. This year, I think we're a Sweet 16 team this year.
Yeah. It's like once you're 3 games back in the conference standings and you've gotten your ass kicked a couple times by teams that are either at the top tier or right around where we are. It's just like there's got to be some kind of reality check there at some point, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I with Nick, I would rather our guys be overconfident than living in our reality world. But I agree.
I didn't say our reality world.
Our
reality world is dark.
Yeah. I've heard this come up a few times on Graham Couch's podcast, Couch in the Rube. Between him and his listeners arguing about which team is better this year's versus last year's. I think it's not really much of a conversation on which team is better. And I think last year's team was significantly better. I think the seasons, when it comes down to wins and losses, might end up looking very similar. like this year's team got off to a really hot start. Last year's team didn't really come alive until they beat North Carolina on or around Thanksgiving, and Jace Richardson kind of came to life. But I think last year's team was significantly better.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
The front court's a lot better this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fears
is much better.
Yeah, Fears is better than he was last year.
Yeah.
But
Jace was just such an X factor last year.
We don't have the shooting next to him that we did last year.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
Jace Richardson. If this team even had Trey Holloway, I mean, that would be nice.
Trey Holloway, it's so annoying how much of a hole he would have filled.
Yeah.
He
Like,
he would have been the Yugo Chukwu.
Yeah, and he's better than Ugochukwu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying he would have filled that role.
Yeah.
And I just looked
probably healthy.
I was just looking at the stat line from an NC State game the other night. He played like 17 minutes, had like 2 points. He would be playing 30 minutes, getting lots of looks.
He's also had a few games where he's gone off, but
He was just like he was approaching legendary status though.
Yeah,
like,
that was one of those. That was one of those decisions where he said it and it was announced and everybody was like, "Okay, what?"
Yeah,
it made absolutely no sense, and it still doesn't make sense.
Chasing the money.
Yeah, sometimes I think maybe we just should have paid him a little bit more.
That's just. Fortunately, it's not Izzo's MO right now. I think it never will be. Like if the donors came to him and said, "Here's a couple of $1,000,000 to get whatever the best players in the portal you want," I don't know that he would do that. He doesn't seem to be interested in going about it that way. And look, he's a legend. He can go out however he wants to. But when you look at what Dusty May is doing, and look, there's teams that have done it the way Michigan's doing it, and they haven't succeeded. Look at Kentucky. I get that. But I don't know. I'm just I'm getting a little fed up about being passed over by some of these teams year in and year out because we don't really go after big names in the portal.
I mean, I think it's worse when you don't do it in football than basketball, honestly. But at the same time, we do need to do a better job of filling that, I guess.
The culture we have provides an incredible floor. It's an absolutely incredible floor. And we have a core that is just great. But I mean, if we got just a sick two, and I guess we thought Trey Fort was going to be better, but if we just got best shooting guard in the portal.
Caleb Glenn was supposed to help fill some of that too.
Yeah.
And
true.
He's been out with season-ending injury. We'll have to see how good he is when he comes back next year.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, Michigan being this good just definitely amplifies the annoyance. But at the end of the day, I feel we've been watching the same season of TV every day for the rest of every day, every year of our lives, basically. And it's a great show. It's an incredible show. But it never really nails the finale.
The finale always
the writers never get it right.
There's a lot of How I Met Your Mother's on there.
Yeah, season finales they just never get. They do a great job at the penultimate episodes. I mean, the rivalry episodes are great. Just some great
rivalry episodes.
But just something about the finale, we just can't really stick it.
Yeah,
we just need to win a natty. Can we just
one more for the love of God?
And I guess we're going to get into Michigan now. I just can't do Michigan having the same amount of natties as us. Dusty May having the same amount of natties as Izzo. That is we have to cherish this next 6 weeks because let's be honest, that's probably coming to an end.
If they beat Duke by 20 or 30 or even 10 this weekend, it's going to be a lousy time for the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. They're up to number 1 in the AP poll now. Yeah. Nick brought this up last episode, kind of in passing, and I think it's worth reopening and having a deeper discussion. what is the trade you would make to make sure Michigan does not win a national title? Is it missing the tournament?
It would be absolutely anything now.
I'll give you one more. I'll give you one more. Missing the tournament and Fears and Carr transfer next year.
Oh my God.
Geez.
You really don't want them to win.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't you guys like the tournament streak though? That's nice.
I do. I'm a
I
streak.
love the tournament. Look, again, I love the tournament streak. I can't have Michigan winning an Eddie.
Yeah.
I'm torn. I would obviously trade a first weekend loss.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
I want to say that I would trade the streak for them not winning, but at the same time, we would never hear the end of it from them for that streak ending.
Trust me, I don't care. The streak is going to end one day. One day we are going to not make the tournament, but they don't have to win the Eddie.
I mean,
it would be just brutal if they won a national championship. I think I'm with you guys. Like, if they go to the Final Four and lose, even if they make it to the national championship and lose, that's fine. I do not care.
Yeah,
they just cannot win.
I'm praying they get the Middle Tennessee treatment, the first round.
That would be. Oh my God! If they lost in the first round, that would be
great.
They run into Upshaw and Guinea Potts.
Oh, I saw one thing. Could you just imagine second round, NC State, Trey Holloman? Let me tell you who would get. Trey Holloman would have everything forgiven if he did that.
Yeah.
NC State is one of those teams that if they got hot at the right time, they could actually make some kind of noise. But at the same time, they lost to Georgia Tech at home.
Yeah.
So
they're also going to be against us. They're going to be matched up in our region against us in the second round.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they beat North Carolina the other night like we beat. Maybe not quite as bad as we beat UCLA, but pretty badly.
So Michigan is plus, I mean, a little bit different everywhere, but like an average of plus 325. They're the favorite to win the national championship. This is the first time in my life I might do like a happiness hedge where I bet like $100 on them, and if they win, I win $400. But if they don't, then I'm happy that they lost.
Can always cope when you're making money.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm terrified. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean they're really good.
You know who else is terrified? Matt Wenzel after talking to Mick Cronin.
Yeah, so I was going to jump into the UCLA game. I think that was just a nice win. I mean, we beat the crap out of them from start to finish. The team played really well. We shot 52% from three, which is really good. Fears even knocked down a couple. His jump shot looked really good the other night. But I think the biggest talking point from that game was Mick Cronin. First of all, ejecting his own player, and then the reaction when asked about the student section by Matt Wenzel. And there's like reporters like Graham Couch and a lot of reporters. I saw Wojo tweeting about it like that are like absolutely offended by Mick Cronin's actions.
I joined that.
Really? I don't think it's that bad.
The first comment was not that bad. He didn't have to go back after him and confront him like that. That's completely ridiculous. I've never seen. Can't say I've never seen coaches do that, but most of the time they're not that confrontational. Even Cronin's not usually that confrontational. I've seen some of his press conferences, and he's a little off. He's more off than some of these other guys.
Obviously, you shouldn't do that, but that was just so funny to see.
So, Trav, you were good with him saying that was a really stupid question, or like I'm giving you the dumbest question of the year award or whatever he said, but you didn't like him going back like you're raising your voice at me, dude.
Sort of, yeah. look, because I've been in rooms where people have said that kind of thing to the person asking the question.
Yeah.
It happens more often
Weekly.
than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Izzo
I mean,
does it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I was at a post-game NHL press conference earlier this year where I'm not going to say who the coach was, but one of the reporters asked him a question. He goes, "I don't like that. Ask me a different question."
That's a little different than, "Are you raising your voice at me?"
I know.
I mean, that was so great.
It's more like the fact that he clearly wasn't raising his voice at him.
Yeah.
And it was just it happens in the industry. You get people, you phrase a question wrong, or somebody doesn't listen to the whole question, or something happens where it just pisses off whoever you're talking to.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's hard to come back from that. But for me, as a reporter, one of my worst fears is that exact thing happening. Is asking a question and then getting into it with a coach and that whole thing.
I can understand.
Because most coaches, I'll say, are usually pretty good about it and have a respect for the media. Even Cronin usually has at least a respect for the media, knowing that that it matters what we do and that kind of stuff. But you also, it's also a little bit on the reporter sometimes because you got to know who you're talking to.
Yeah, especially after a loss like that. When
Yeah,
always frustrated.
That was not the time to ask that question. At the same time, those types of questions are asked all the time.
Yeah,
of those coaches. So it's not the dumbest question that he's ever been asked. The worst question he's ever been asked.
The angle got me too.
Yeah,
the angle of the video. Which
he just kept looking back. Yeah,
Mick Cronin just reminds me of like a really drunk like guy at a tavern. Just
looking for a fight.
Don't say those things to me.
Did you hear what he was saying about his recruiting and whatever? He's like, he wants to recruit like the big Europeans that drink beer and stuff like that. I don't remember exactly what the quote was, but yeah.
I think for me, I don't necessarily disagree with people being upset at the way he reacted, but like this whole like jumping to Matt Wenzel's defense. Sorry. Matt Wenzel's a grown man. He asked the question, like he stuck his head in the dragon's mouth. He doesn't need Graham Couch, Bob Wojnarowski jumping to his defense and like acting like Mick Cronin is some, awful person for the way he responded. I think it's more of a
state of the industry kind of thing.
I mean, you got Jerome Tang doing this.
Yeah. It's more like sticking up for the right to ask the question, and it's hard to put, but it's more like have some respect for what we do kind of type of thing.
Yeah. What did you guys make of Mick Cronin ejecting his own player?
That was funny. That was
so unnecessary. I mean, it was a hard foul, and I think when you're down 27, I think you probably just let that go. There's other people that would say that he's playing hard, even though they were down 27. I think anytime a player's in the air and you're coming from behind, that's dicey. Like Cooper could have gotten hurt. I did not think that he needed to take him off the court instead of the locker room.
Well, I think one of the funny parts about it is, that was a little unnecessary, but Cronin's been begging his team all season to show some toughness. And the second one guy stands up, he kicks him out of the game. It's like, it wasn't the right time for the player to do that, but he did exactly what Mick Cronin's been begging them to do for weeks.
It was one of those fouls. Usually when they slow it down, they look a lot worse. In this one, when you slow it down, it's kind of like, okay, that wasn't that bad.
What are we revealing here?
I mean, it's just a good hard foul. But I mean, look, kudos to Mick Cronin for making an effort to clean up the game.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
Could you imagine if that happened against Michigan? Dusty May would have been like prosecuting that guy. Ward Manuel would have been out.
Yep. The Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office would have been involved. Yeah, I think Mick Cronin, Savant of the Week for sure.
Yeah, easy.
But I don't give a rat's ass about the other students section. I mean, it was like, God, it was a silly question. His reaction was just so angry. Oh my God, I love Mick Cronin. I'm a fan.
I mean,
Need him in the Big Ten.
The question was more about the Booker angle too. It's just Cronin cut him off before he got to that.
Yeah, a quiet night from Xavier Booker. 2 points. I mean,
Pretty
that's
common
just
in the Brooklyn
classic.
Center.
He's been hit and miss for them. Cronin's been challenging him to be more of a defender, like it kind of was.
That sounds very similar to what was going on.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot going on. He's Cronin has said like, I forget. It might have been after the Michigan game. He's like, I wish I had somebody on my team who was actually interested in defending.
Yeah, like, he's pretty hard on his team.
He has been blaming the players a lot for the season that they've had.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
I saw someone online say Mick Cronin hates 15 people more than anything in the world, and they all wear UCLA basketball jerseys.
That's good. That's probably true. Looking ahead a little bit here, Ohio State comes. Well, are we going there? Or are they coming here?
We're going there, I think.
We are traveling to Columbus on Sunday. I think it's a noon game.
Noon Central.
Noon Central, so 1 p.m. Eastern.
It's a home game.
It is at East Lansing. That's what I thought. Okay. Ohio State coming in actually not as bad as I thought. They're 9-6 in conference play, 17-9 overall. They don't have a lot of great wins, though. They've beaten UCLA. They beat Minnesota,
Wisconsin.
who beat us. And they beat Wisconsin. But they've lost to like all the other good teams. Out of conference, they lost to UNC, Virginia. They lost to Michigan twice. Wisconsin, they beat once, lost to once. They lost to Nebraska. They have a loss to Washington. So nothing like they definitely don't have any very notable wins outside of Wisconsin. Probably
they've played some of those ranked teams pretty tough. Virginia lost like 4 points.
Yep.
North Carolina was only 1.
Yep. I think Illinois they lost to by 8. They definitely have played some tough. They're not. I mean, they shoot like 35% from 3, so it's not nothing. They've got Bruce Thornton at guard, who's averaging like 20 points a game.
Yeah. Devin Royal been there forever too.
Yeah, Devin Royal. That's like he's getting into Aaron Craft territory. I thought he graduated.
It's Thornton. Come on.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all these names, honestly, these days in basketball. But if this game was on the road, I would be a little more nervous. But I feel like Sunday at home, that's kind of a nice landing spot. I mean, UCLA was that was played on Tuesday, so it's a nice 5-day break in terms of games. Going to a home game on Sunday afternoon, Breslin should be rocking. I would imagine Michigan State's going to be favored by 9+ points.
Yeah, at home for sure. I mean, Ohio State's not a team you can overlook, but at the same time, a home game. It could be close, but it could also be as bad as what UCLA and Maryland or
like that.
So that would be fun. String together a couple of those.
Yeah, this is just one of those games where if we lose, there's a little panic button starting to get pressed.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, honestly, I don't really care how we win. I just care that we win. Like, obviously, I would enjoy stress-free 91-50 something, but I'll just take any win. Just get us to Purdue. But don't want to get caught looking ahead either. I mean, this is
if we lose that one, I might be slamming the button with the panic button with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the level of panic button is, but like if the panic button is I don't think this team can win a national championship, I've already hit mine.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're past that. This is,
Okay.
I think, panic button is we might be knocked out in the first weekend.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So yeah, I mean that will be Sunday. So Nick mentioned some media articles. I think there was a couple, at least two.
Oh, before we do that, one last thing.
Yeah.
Because Willy, you said we've all hit the panic button if we don't think this team could win a national title.
Mhm.
Is there anything that would change that? Like if we won out,
Yes.
If we won a
Michigan,
national
we
title,
beat-
it-
hey, then we would have. Like what were you gonna say?
If we won out, or what, like couple, maybe 1-2 losses, but like beat Michigan, beat Purdue, or lost to those, but then went on a run and won the Big Ten championship. I could see myself being bought back in, or won the Big Ten tournament, I should say. I could see myself buying back in. But like anything short of that, I feel like I know what the team is. I've seen this team. I've seen versions of this team. Like even like some of those teams, like we were either juniors or seniors. The team that went to the Final Four, they were like a 6 or 7 seed.
7, yeah.
And like even that team, I had like confidence that they could make a run. Like I just don't have that level of confidence with this team.
That team only beat Navy by 2 in the season opener.
Yeah,
That was I was hitting panic button really.
what you need is
I had
a
no confidence 2015. I thought that team sucked.
I'm with you. Like by the time the tournament came around, like I forget we had to play like Oklahoma, who was like a 3 or 4 seed, then Louisville, the 2 seed. Like I felt like those were like I just felt confident going into those games.
Yeah, when you saw the March Madness draw, it felt a little better.
Yeah, I think where I get confidence from with a team making a run is a guard who can fill it up and shoot, like Cassius Winston would be an example. Even Tyson Walker, like I thought there was opportunity there. Like it wouldn't have surprised me if that team made a run. But like we just don't have a guard, and like this could change if Fierce shoots the way he did
Or Scott.
Tuesday night against UCLA. That could change things. But I just don't see a team that has the deficiencies that we do offensively making a run. But
Cohen was even making shots the other day too.
Yeah.
So that could help too. I will say, if that cart starts coming along, and if we beat Michigan, I might be able to buy into a higher ceiling.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we need to beat Michigan and Purdue, and we need to see if Kohler is playing like how he was playing in like December, January. Like if he's shooting 40% from 3, I would feel a lot better. I feel like this team kind of goes where Jackson Kohler goes. It's usually the point guard that leads, but I feel like Kohler is kind of like the driving force. If he starts off cold, we're usually in a rough spot, but if he starts off hot, it's like we win by 20.
Yeah, definitely change the offense if he can hit threes. He's been pretty cold lately. But yeah, so these media articles, I kind of saw them in the group chat. I saw one about Cohen Carr, and then I saw another one about the business NIL donation deal or what related to athletics. But I'll have you guys fill me in. I saw the headline of the Cohen Carr one saying that he would be in the NBA if he did play for Michigan State, which is just
it was blaming Tom Izzo for him not being a star in the NBA.
I mean, that's just factually, objectively, on every level, probably not correct.
If he went to any other school except for Michigan State, he would be in the NBA. Yeah, maybe he would have declared and been in the G League.
Yeah, he might have been. Maybe he'd be in the dunk contest.
Yeah, maybe he would have gotten some bad advice. Now, I actually think he should have been in the dunk contest. They should have put him in the dunk contest.
They should have allowed
that
it.
Made it way more interesting.
They do have a college dunk contest that nobody watches later. But
that's absurd. I mean, that wouldn't absurd take.
It's so much more than like you can't just be a dunker and an athlete in the NBA. I mean, you could, but it's not going to do very much for you.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a 6'5" power forward with no jump shot right now.
Yeah.
Like
He
that.
But it really
that's
doesn't
not
develop their
smart.
players bit is just like not.
Yeah.
It's just not true.
Yeah.
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 It's just like factually, and like you were saying, it's just not the reality of the world.
That's one of
I
the
mean, Jason
most
Richardson.
absurd takes I've ever seen.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Anyone who's watched Cohen Carr play basketball for more than one game would know, oh, he's got a lot to work on. Even in his third year.
Got a high ceiling, but a lot to work on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and then another article I saw. This is just brief touch on this one quickly. I just saw the headline: Michigan State's a Shire deal stinks of high heavens. Like, okay, what?
Why is it always our deals that are like scrutinized?
Because no
like
one likes
crazy?
it.
Like, do you remember how in depth they tried to go to get Mel Tucker? Like the donations behind Mel Tucker's contract. What is so bad about our sports deal like that makes it stink to the high heavens?
I mean,
Like,
seriously, like IMG Academy took money from the cartel.
like, that stinks to the high heavens. Michigan State gets one commitment, a massive commitment, and now all of a sudden it's like the worst thing in the world. Like, it's corrupt. Like, I just don't get it. It's like every time something good happens, there's always got to be some kind of dark cloud over it. Someone's always got a problem with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. We're not the likable people. They like to come at us instead of.
Yeah.
Instead
You
of
know what
giving us
stinks
credit.
to high heavens is Michigan's head football coach getting caught with one of the biggest cheating scandals of all time. And you know what stinks to high heavens?
Multiple kinds of cheating.
Yes.
With
And you know
multiple
what
coaches.
stinks to the high heavens is their next football coach, the one right after that, being a philanderer, cheating on his wife with a staffer, and threatening to kill himself with a butter knife. That stinks to high heavens. No one's asking where they get their money from to pay players.
Their GM just got fired like 2 days ago, which I feel like maybe that's why this article got published. Just a little, that one in the chamber.
Yeah.
Blue wall support. Their entire school and program stinks to high heaven.
That's the better way to do it. Their athletic program in general stinks to high heaven. We could go down the list. For each and every one of the last 10 years, there's probably something. I mean, Mozzie Smith.
Jeff Jackson.
Yeah. The coach that got his house raided by the FBI. We can do this all night.
Brendan Gibbons.
Yeah.
All we did was sign a private equity deal that everybody knew what it was.
Yeah.
And then we're starting to reap some benefits, and it's like, okay, actually, no, you shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah. God forbid Michigan State gets a little innovative in how they want to create revenue for sports.
Yep.
How dare they?
Then the last article I saw, which I actually don't really have too much of a problem with, The Athletic ranked our transfer class last. But we've also been horrible for the past 4 years. So if you don't want to do research and say it's a horrible class, I don't even blame you. Whatever. Who knows? These transfer ratings, like, nobody knows.
Yeah. I did also see that CBS ranked our hiring of Pat Fitzgerald as a B-, which I think that's fair. I think that's probably, I would say B, but
their rationale was fair.
Yeah.
It was all, all the concerns that we've voiced in here. He was good at Northwestern, did a lot with very little resources. Now he has the resources. Were the last 2 years at Northwestern where they struggled his fault, or was it just a fluke in the product of the program?
Yeah.
And that was basically what they said.
Yeah. Hard to knock someone for having the same concerns that I would have. But you'll never guess what they gave Michigan's hiring of Kyle Whittingham.
I mean, I know all these grades.
What do you know? It was an A.
It was an A.
What a surprise.
So
no
was
concerns
James
there.
Franklin.
Yeah. I mean, James Franklin.
Yep.
That's deserving. But
They gave somebody an F. I can't remember who it was.
Nice.
Nice.
At least ESPN.
Oh, it was something in like the Sun Belt or something. They hired Blake Anderson, who used to be at Utah State and Arkansas State, and somebody hired him and they gave it an F.
At least CBS gave us a B-, where ESPN had the hiring ranked last. Out of the 30-something football coaches that were hired, Pat Fitzgerald was the worst hire out of the 30 coaches per ESPN. I mean, come on.
Something doesn't add up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Common sense is incredibly uncommon.
yeah, that's a good way to say it, Travis. But you know what is not uncommon, and is common, should be common sense, is subscribing to the Spartan Savants on YouTube and where we get your podcast, and also following us on X and Instagram at Spartan Savants, and also checking out College Huddle and their hosts of podcasts across the college football landscape. College sports in general, I should say. As always, we are thankful to the College Huddle for allowing us to be their Michigan State representative. But that's it for me, you guys. Anything else on your end?
Yeah.
All right. Ohio State on Sunday, and then Purdue to follow. And we'll be back next week to discuss those things. But that'll do it for episode 88 of the Spartan Savants podcast. And we'll see you next week. Go Green.
Go White.
All right.